Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sly and today I've got some piece of interesting news for you. So the biggest feature on the iPhone 12 is 5G, which will by a great deal take control of this feature out of Apple's hands, and this is like the first time ever because 5G is controlled by other, or let's just say controlled by network carriers, and in this case mostly Verizon. Even worse, this is segmented as not all countries, so let's just say a lot of countries don't even have 5G up and running or working yet, right? And even in the United States, it's actually divided into three. So there's parts where you get the best out of the 5G network from the three top carrier brands in the US, and there are parts where there is no 5G at all, right? And there are parts where there is fast 5G, but it can't serve a lot of people, and there's parts where there is 5G around, but it's not fast enough. It can serve a lot of people, but it's not fast enough. So the point that I'm trying to make is that 5G is still in its infancy, so to speak, and this technology is far from being stabilized and established, and just at that point where you want to use it as your daily driver and whatnot. And regardless of the fact that Verizon's CEO Hans Vestberg at the Apple event yesterday said that they are turning on 5G nationwide, I think millimeter wave 5G, the faster one, it's still not going to serve a lot of people because in real life situations there's a lot of spike that is actually going to happen. For the rest of the world that is 5G blind at the moment, I mean countries that don't have 5G working, a very good example is Nigeria, right? So there was testing for 5G about a few months ago, but it's nowhere near being practical and usable for everyday life for everybody. And if we're being realistic, this is 2020, it's probably going to take till at the very earliest, it's probably going to take till later part of 2021 to achieve that in Nigeria, where a random user like me can access 5G on the fly, right? So that's about 1 year apart, even though I get the phone right now. So for the 5G blind part of the world, countries that don't have 5G, the iPhone 12 is just a glorified iPhone 11. Actually, I take the glorified back. I think the iPhone 12 is an iPhone 11 in a box design. So there's a new design, and it's more expensive and without a power adapter and without earpiece, or as Apple would like to call it, AirPods in the box. So to start with, according to some analysts, it is believed that Apple did not include the 120Hz ProMotion display because they already implemented 5G in this new series, or this new lineup, the iPhone 12 lineup, and they believe that the 5G is a huge battery drain, or let's just say power consumption feature. And if you combine that with the 120Hz refresh rate of a display, then it's really going to tell on the battery life. Now, for the very small percent of my viewers that don't know what 120Hz is, 120Hz display, okay, basically let's start from saying that regular displays on smartphones up till now, from most regular smartphones, about 60 Hz refresh rate. So refresh rate deals with the frames per second that your screen puts out, and this is very useful in looking at multimedia on your device. Probably you're scrolling through the web, or you're reading something online, or most importantly for gaming, right? So the refresh rate of your screen makes the responsiveness of your screen more tactile. Don't hold me to that word, alright? You remember I said I don't know most of the words that I use on this channel, but yeah, you get the point. It makes your screen more responsive, makes it very fast, and makes it fluid, so you get a very nice experience, especially when you're using it for like graphic intensive stuff like gaming, like editing, right? All these very small interfaced editing apps on your phone. If you have a very good refresh rate screen, it will be really nice. So we were really expecting the 120Hz refresh rate display on this year's iPhone lineups, but yeah, it's not coming, or it didn't come. So they believe that the 5G coupled with the 120Hz ProMotion display, like on the iPad series, will probably take a really huge toll on the battery. Now, if you ask me, I would say the better thing that Apple should have done, in my opinion, is to make two variants of this phone. So let's just say, okay, since they released 4 phones yesterday, they released the iPhone 12 mini, the iPhone 12, the iPhone 12 Pro, and the iPhone 12 Pro Max. So you could actually restrict the 5G feature to the higher end of the higher end models, like the Pro and the Pro Max, right? And make these two models in two variants. All right, so you make a variant that has just the 5G capabilities. So this is a 5G tuned smartphone, just like what Samsung did with, I think, the S20 and the S10. Yes, so just make a particular variant that is just tuned for the 5G. So you can't have the 120Hz display on this device, but you definitely get 5G. And you make another variant that actually it supports the 120Hz, that has the 120Hz display but has no 5G. So that way you're putting one battery monster over the other in one phone at a time, right? So there's just one power consumption, and the users can really decide what they want. A person like me would definitely any day right now pick the 120Hz refresh rate display. That is so long to say, 120Hz refresh rate display. Can I just please see the promotion screen? But you get it. I mean, I'll take the 120Hz over 5G any day. My typical conditions right now, because my country doesn't have 5G, but 120Hz is very, very nice.